You're live.
So, what is the agenda today on Dugout?
No, first let us clarify. India, are they playing a Leicestershire warm-up game or are they playing an intra-squad match? The likes of Navdeep Saini, Sai Kishore is also bowling in that Leicestershire game.
So, your favorite?
Yes, he's getting more chances than he used to get in Chennai and Gujarat combined in the IPL. But are they really playing? Because I think they're playing an intra-squad game. And Kohli has apparently hit Sai Kishore for a 6 and got on going.
Kohli was looking very good.
Yes.
Punch of Sai Kishore, 4 here.
4 and all that. So the main agenda is today, okay?
But what is the reason? Why do you think they're playing an intra-squad? There are now 2 ways of looking at it.
Yes.
I think one thing about playing an intra-squad and having a lot of Indian bowlers, I think the logic behind that could be, and I know I can see a lot of people on social media saying why not. Again, 2 thoughts. One, because this has been a usual complaint that the opposition teams or the countries that you're touring do not give you the best bowling attacks.
Yes.
So, if they're doing that, if you're not going to get good practice, then you might as well have your own bowlers bowling. That's one way of looking at it. But the counter to that is that these bowlers, what is the new thing that you're going to do? You face them in the nets all the time. So where's the challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to be facing them all the time. Other thing is, the one guy who got the most wicket first inning was a local bowler.
Yes.
So
Roman Walker.
From the county team. So, why did he pick up? I'm not saying that he's not a good bowler. I'm saying maybe he was a bit more potent simply because you are not used to him. And that's what happens in a test match. So, I don't know. I know that a lot of people argue that because the quality of bowling is not good, so you play your own bowlers. I don't kind of agree with that. I would have wanted, no matter what team Leicester gives, play against them. And don't play 11, play 15. Like batsman, bat, bowler, do that.
Because even when you played intra-squad games, it didn't help in the World Test Championship preparation cycle when they were about to play in Southampton. Did it?
Yes.
In Durham, they had played 2 intra-squad games. Yeah. It did not help. Even here, Sai Kishore, Navdeep Saini are bowling. Jasprit Bumrah is also bowling. Different caliber of bowlers for a different kind of surface. I mean, I really don't understand. This is why agenda is multiple. Are they making a mockery of the practice match? Number 1.
That's a larger point that we're discussing, or the practice match. Again, same mistakes are being repeated.
Yes.
So, how many burning questions do you have today?
So, the first burning question is?
Before I go to that, there was another important thing. I know you've done live on Hardik Pandya.
Hardik, yes.
2 things that stand out. You've already done a live, but 2 things that stand out after having seen the entire press conference. One, we were making the 11 the other day, and our 11, we made 2 11s.
Yes.
One 11 was the 11 which is the strongest 11. Yeah. One 11 was if they're in a mood, okay, just as they are playing an intra-squad here, everyone should get a chance. If they're in a mood to do that, then maybe they will make an 11 of players and give them a lot of chances. What has Hardik Pandya said? One thing is made clear.
Strongest 11. That is the one.
Which we had said.
We had said, yes.
Strongest 11.
So I think the likes of the youngsters waiting, he did say, like, we want to give the youngsters a chance. But we are going to head into every game with our strongest 11.
There you go.
And even in the press conference, the clear indication was that they are not going to take Ireland lightly. Every game will be played according to World Cup intensity.
Okay. So that's the one thing that you can conclude after having listened. We just finished listening. We had joined the press conference of Hardik Pandya. Spoke about captaincy, all other things. He's gone into details. You can see that video right after the press conference. We've just done it about 10-15 minutes ago. But I think the 2 most important points, if you're just joining us on Dugout, one, that they're going to play the strongest team, in which case only 2 spots open up after the South Africa series, and those 2 spots are in batting. Pant has gone out, Shreyas Iyer has gone out and joined the test team. So then 2 batting spots open. You have multiple options. We're not going to get into the 11. We've already made the 11 yesterday on the Dugout. If you didn't check out, you can check that video now. Who could be this possible replacement and the strongest 11, we think the likely 11 that is. The other thing which I found very interesting from the Hardik Pandya press conference is the fact that he said, we have to carry the planning of what Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid have made. So which means Hardik may be captaining now, but Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid, and both are not here.
Yes.
Coaches VVS Lakshman, captain is Hardik Pandya, but he's made it very clear that this is the roadmap, this is what we want to do. Every match we're treating it like a World Cup match, so no experimentation. You're going to play your best 11. That is another sign. And I like this, I don't know about you, but I like this whole, talking, making what your future goal is, exactly spelling it out, making it very clear for Hardik Pandya to follow, so that there is no shift in the plan. It's not that a different coach, different captain, you shift from it slightly, do whatever you like because only 2 games and you come. No. So you're following it. I like that.
Yeah, every game is considered vital. That shows that perhaps India are not considering themselves the favourites heading into the IC. They want to maintain that intensity. But again, we have seen in the past, bilateral series they do brilliantly. There is peak intensity.
More than doing brilliantly, they used to experiment a lot.
Yeah.
In bilateral series. You did well, yes. But you kept changing teams because you treated bilateral series as, let's bring this one, let's try that. At least now, we saw it in the South Africa series, no experimentation, best team,
5.
stuck with it.
Yep.
Again, Hardik Pandya has been told by Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid, we are not there, we have to continue with that. So best team will have to continue playing. So I like that.
That is a very, very positive outlook.
So from now, whatever you've done multiple videos telling about the number of games that are to be played, all games you're going to play with full intensity in T20 cricket. I think it's a good sign.
Perhaps you need Rahul Dravid, very used to be very volatile and experiment. He had that stabilizing factor. He would be stable. That's what you would probably want.
Good.
Innovation just for the heck of innovation just does not work. Number 4, we didn't find out our number 4 for 2 years, even until the 2019 World Cup.
Yes.
2021, the bowling composition we got it horribly wrong. Because we relied on one performance in the UAE from an IPL.
Yep.
That is why.
Okay, Kapil pointed out just now, he said 2-2. That means he's saying the series will become 2-2, looking at what is happening now. He is saying 2-2. He's just written 2-2. I can make out what he's trying to say. He's trying to say the England series will finish 2-2. Okay, that is the subject that we're talking about.
Yes.
So 4 burning questions we have. The first one, should the Indian team be worried about the form of the main batters? What do you think?
See, who are our main batters? Let's just look at in the 11. Who might play at Edgbaston? Shubman, Rohit, Virat, Pujara, Hanuma Vihari.
Pujara gets into the 11.
Yes.
Acha.
Yeah.
So who goes out? Shreyas Iyer.
Looking at the current form,
Shreyas Iyer was batting
duck
till now.
11 balls and he got run out. Can you believe it? Run out on this kind of a pitch. So he didn't capitalize on his chances. I feel Shreyas is not going to play in Edgbaston.
Not going to play.
Not going to play.
Okay, that's very interesting. Actually, we get into the 11 a little later because, by the way, Pujara was not part of the last series.
Yes.
Shreyas was. Shreyas got runs against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Then now you just drop him.
But then in England,
for a 90 plus.
England, Pujara is a proven performer.
Well then, so you're going to have one player. So Shreyas Iyer for Indian conditions, whenever we go abroad, that cannot be the way, no? But you cannot play test cricket like this.
But Shreyas Iyer's continuing problems against the
pace deliveries. Good. So if there are problems, see him then in England. Why are you hiding players?
Okay, would you want to throw him out to the likes of Broad, Anderson, Potts or Overton?
Then don't select him. If you think he is not capable, don't select Shreyas Iyer. Don't have him in the, if you are saying that he has problems, then don't select him. So he will play India test matches because he is good to do, and when you go abroad then that cannot happen.
That cannot happen because see, number 5 is going to be Vihari. Number 5 is going to be Hanuma Vihari.
Hanuma Vihari was number 3 last time.
Yes.
You had dropped Cheteshwar Pujara, remember?
Yep.
And Hanuma Vihari got 150 in that one inning.
Series,
Sri Lanka series.
Yeah.
You're going to see the last series. I know different conditions, but if different conditions are there and you're going to keep looking at batsmen differently, then you might as well continue with Cheteshwar Pujara. Do not drop him. Then let him play in India also. Let him play abroad.
Yeah.
You
because Hanuma in this 2 innings that he's played at number 3, he's not done well. So that is one problem that we've got. But Cheteshwar out for duck in the first innings, dragged the Mohammad Shami delivery back on. He scored over 1,000 runs in the county division 2, 4 centuries he had hit. So based on the current form in England.
Are you worried? Are you worried with the form of the batters?
No, actually I am
not.
Why?
You think suddenly the test match will start and they'll come good?
Yes. Because in the past we have seen this Indian cricket team does not rely on warm-ups to get into the groove. When it's test match mode, they turn on.
Fair point.
2021,
Fair point.
They played a combined county 11. Even in Australia, CA 11s. Did that give them that much of quality? No. But then in test match, they turned themselves on.
Fair point. He's not. But I think
we are more concerned with one particular.
I'm worried with the form of the Indian team batting. No, everyone. Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, everyone I'm a bit worried. Cheteshwar Pujara, if he plays or not, or Hanuma Vihari, whoever, I don't know, because it takes time for Indian batters. We've seen it in the past to get acclimatized to conditions, come good. That is one.
And to reiterate Nikhil's point even further, 20 years you look at it, you have won the first test, opening test of a Sena series. Only 4 times.
So that's okay.
Johannesburg 2006, Hamilton 2009, then Adelaide in 2018, Centurion in 2021.
Yeah. It is tough. It takes time for Indian teams to get used to. And I'm worried. The first question was, are you worried the Indian team and their form about the main batters? I am. I hope Virat Kohli is batting, he comes good.
Yeah.
But I am worried for now. But to the bigger question. Why did Virat and Rohit not bat in the usual positions? At least I'm happy that Virat has come out to bat. He is looking good, which is
has not yet come out.
Why?
Is it the trend that, okay, I've had one feel of the conditions. Now I don't want to come in the second. Let other people get a chance.
Is there any talk of any injury? Any injury has happened?
There is absolutely no talk of any injury.
Yes. Plus I saw him, I think he was batting in the nets
also.
Before the day's
Yes. And he was on the field also for a significant period of time. No doubt of any injury as such, because if it was injury, there would have been murmurs.
No, nowadays there are no murmurs. You just did a dugout 2 days ago that you don't get to know anything from the
miscommunication, I know. But
2 days ago you did
nothing from the BCCI. Social media is the new BCCI. They keep on speculating.
Social media has got a very big story today about Virat Kohli getting angry. That story, is it up already, Shivam? No. It'll be up on Sports Today very soon.
Yes.
Okay. So that story, it's a juicy story. You could check that out. Talking about social media. So coming back to their position. Firstly, okay, if I was to look at that batting order, they pushed everyone that they think need to be in form. Okay. So maybe Shubman batted there, and they even push Shreyas,
number 3.
Vihari, Shreyas Iyer, all of them. But Shardul Thakur has also come. I understand that you may be playing him. It's a good chance Shardul plays because you need that batting. He may bat at number 8. So he does play, and you want him to get some feeling of the conditions. But I'm sorry, I don't think I'm looking at Shardul Thakur to win the match with the bat. It can happen one off, but as a team, what is it? What is my best chance? Any team, basic cricket. That my openers fire. It's in history you've seen your openers fire, you win test matches. So who would I rather want to bat to get used to the condition? Rohit Sharma or Shardul Thakur?
Rohit, definitely.
Or Shreyas Iyer. Or anyone that you want
any of your top batters in that top 4.
Exactly.
That is the thing.
So I'm sorry, but Rohit Sharma, unless he's injured, but as Siddharth is saying, there is no evidence to suggest that he's injured. He should have been batting, because I want Rohit to spend more time there. I don't know whether he is trying to, protect his other batsmen, as in ensuring that they get some chance to play in these tough conditions and they get into form. So be it. But they're not as big a match winner as Rohit Sharma. A Rohit Sharma in form, any day I'll take. And then 2 other batsmen not in form, it's okay with me. 2 other batsmen and 1 Rohit Sharma.
Who set up those?
He's still better.
Who set up the 2 wins at Lords and Oval? It was KL and Rohit, your openers.
Absolutely.
The opening partnership plus Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami's number 11 partnership at Lords. But at the Oval, it was Rohit's 127. Now, he's not played test matches from when? He missed South Africa. And did he play West Indies? Did he play Sri Lanka? I don't think he did. Sri Lanka series when they came here?
No, he did. Mayank Open.
He did. Mayank
Open. Yeah.
So he's actually not.
No, Rohit and Mayank Open. Isn't it? Yeah. There was no Shubman.
There's no Shubman.
Rohit and Mayank Open.
When was that? March.
Yeah.
And now it is going to be July. And he's only played 1 innings in between of a first class game. That was not even a first class game, a practice game. is it taking him into the right frame of mind heading into Edgbaston?
I mean, again, see, Rohit is such a brilliant batsman that it's quite possible that, as Siddharth said, the first question was, are you worried with the form? I was, and he said no. But I know that maybe, and his argument was that once the test match starts, these guys become completely different beasts and they'll perform. Quite possible Rohit does it. But, is he looking in the best of the... No, tried to pull that, got out in the first thing. I would want him to play a bit more. And on that, he should have bat higher. Now, why am I saying, and again, I'm being the devil's advocate and looking at what could be the reason. One reason was injury. Clearly, both. Now, because I'm looking at both Rohit and Virat, both didn't bat in their position. So, firstly, one, as Siddharth is saying, there is no injury update or any sign to suggest they were injured. The other is that both Rohit and Virat didn't bat. So, of course, Virat has come out to bat, which tells you that there is no injury issue. So, which means the only logical explanation is why they're coming below or low down in the batting order is because, and if you see that batting order, they've tried to push batsmen who are less experienced in these conditions compared to Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. They may feel, again, I'm looking at the Indian team now, they may feel that, listen, Virat and Rohit are such good batsmen, they've played in England quite a lot, they can get into form. But your Hanuma Viharis, your Shreyas Iyers, your Ravindra Jadejas, your Shardul Thakur they sent ahead. So maybe these are the guys that need to spend some more time. Of course, Shubman and KS Bharat there. So they need to spend some more time, which is what they want to do. But that could be their logic. But I'm sorry, it is not. I, as an Indian fan, would have liked to have seen them back.
We had said, no, are they making a mockery of a practice game or this thing? I think it is clear mockery. You're playing a warm-up, but you're playing an intra-squad. Getting so many players from the other because quality. We are talking about quality. They are not confident about the quality of the Leicestershire bowling.
But then that guy picked up 5 wickets.
And that too, it was his first game.
Then
he doesn't even come into the Leicestershire 11 in that sense. Because he's not had prior experience.
Maybe that's the reason that they thought that maybe the top guys of Leicester's team aren't there. So let's use our own bowlers. So that's why Nagar Koti, Navdeep Saini and everyone is bowling. And of course,
why I was not concerned with Virat's form is because he got out to a bad decision. Very bad decision. But during the period, he looked good. Yes, that occasional struggle was, and now he is nearing 35. You're not going to see that fluent Virat from 2012 to 2019.
Sachin Tendulkar became fluent.
But didn't Tendulkar change his game? He had to.
Maybe Virat did. Today, by the way, Virat looked good in that brief. He's still batting. I think he is. At least he was batting before we started.
Yes.
And he was looking good. So, he is looking good, but I would have liked to have seen him. He is batting on 30.
And Pujara typically getting into the groove, 2 of 21. That's the Pujara you want heading into it.
But still no sign of Rohit Sharma. That's unusual.
Maybe after this he might come. After the fall of Pujara's wicket, as I said, Bradman's technique, play the tailenders and the less experienced up first.
So now,
play your best
wasn't Pujara in the other team?
Now he's in the Indian team.
Now he's in the Indian.
That's what, a mockery. A clear, because these stats are not going to be counted in any form. First class cricket, nothing. Because it's 13 member.
That's okay. Okay, fine, I'll give this also. That fine, it doesn't matter, you were playing this side, now you've moved the other side because you want to give him chance to bat. But still, if you wanted to give them a lot of chance, you should have come out higher up to bat, Rohit Sharma.
See, who are all bowling at this point in time? Navdeep Saini, R. Kishore, not just Bumrah. So, where is the Leicestershire? Where is Leicestershire bowling?
Okay, fine, if that would work. Now, the other point is, okay, you've gone with as I was saying, that maybe the only one logical explanation is that they want to give other batsmen who they think will be part of the 11, the likes of Hanuma Vihari, Shreyas Iyer or Ravindra Jadeja, who they sent higher. Shardul Thakur also, I don't know, he could be in the 11, but again, I would rather want a Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli in form than a Shardul Thakur with the bat.
I know.
He doesn't need to be the guy to save the test match with the bat. So maybe because they want to give him some more playing time, they've done it. Then that begs the question. So you are asking KS Bharat, the dark horse, to play for Edgbaston. How do you play him? How do you fit him?
Exactly. But why would you then want to make him open?
Beats me.
It's really
unless they're seriously thinking about drafting him. But on the basis of this match which you made a mockery out of.
But Pant hit 76.
No, Pant definitely will play. You may just play him as a batsman.
Maybe at number 5, that number 5 position, put Vihari at 3, Shrikar Bharat at 5. Maybe they are thinking about that.
Both Pujara and Shreyas sit out.
Yeah. based on the current form that they are in. Because Bharat, why would they then want him to open? That is the biggest question.
My point is, we have been saying how this new team under Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid, even in white ball cricket, are not experimenting for the sake of experimentation. They usually stick to the guys that they played the last series, and if they did decently well, they continue with them. So your middle order batsman, everything else is sorted, so I'm not even getting into it. The only two spot was number 3 and number 5.
Yeah.
So at 3 last time was Hanuma Vihari, who had an okay Sri Lanka series, got 1 half century.
Yes.
And then Shreyas had a better series. He got 190 odd and another half century, I think, out of the 3 innings. So which is a better outing. Plus, remember the other test series that Shreyas Iyer played had a great outing against New Zealand. Then was dropped for South Africa. So whatever chances he's got runs. So how can you make him sit out? I can't understand. If you're going by the same white ball logic that we've been seeing, he needs to play.
Vihari and Iyer are kind of antithesis of each other. Vihari can't play many home games. Iyer can't play too many overseas games.
No, but you cannot have 2 different teams, one for home, one.
That is the
then
problem.
If I'm the batsman, if I am the batsman who has to play in tough conditions, let's say you think Pujara can do well in England, and so even though he's dropped, you bought him because of county form, and now you'll play him and drop the guy who is doing well, assuming, because you don't like his tech. If I'm Pujara, then I will say, why should I not be playing? Why should I not be playing in Indian condition? If you're asking me to score runs in tough England and Sena countries, and maybe I'm doing well, and so then when you come to India, you'll say, okay, Mr. Pujara, we only need you there. Now sit. Shreyas Iyer will come back.
That's
you can't do that.
You can't do that. It's a very strange thing that's happening.
And vice versa. If Shreyas Iyer is getting runs here, can you then say, oh, okay, you keep getting runs in India. When we go abroad, we'll bring someone else, Balika Bakr. No.
Again, I asked the same question. What wrong did Hanuma Vihari do to get dropped?
Earlier, yes, that was a valid question.
He had saved you the test match in Sydney.
No, but they've made amends now. They've made amends.
Yeah,
so they dropped him earlier. They've got him back. But now he would play. In fact, if you risk something like, okay, maybe you're going for horses for courses. The only change I see in that 11 from the Sri Lanka series, of course, Mayank Agarwal as one of the Shubman comes in. I'm talking about that number 3 and 5 spot. I think Shreyas will play at 5. And if somebody goes out, I wouldn't be unhappy or surprised that Vihari is there at 3 and Cheteshwar has to sit out. Maybe they bought him as a backup because remember he was dropped. He's only come on county form, right? But if you were to bring Pujara and make Hanuma Vihari sit out, may still be kind of okay because Vihari didn't have the greatest of Sri Lanka series.
Yes, he didn't.
I just said 1 half century.
1 half.
But Shreyas had a better series, so how can you drop him from that? I know you don't like him, you think he's susceptible to short pitch bowling, fast bowling. Let's see it.
Yeah, and that too in Edgbaston.
What if he proves you wrong?
Hope so. Proving if Shreyas Iyer can get over that pace bowling, this thing that he's got, the hoodoo, it will. So
is he your dark horse now? Where do you fit him now? He doesn't come in. I doubt the Indian team is even.
Then I think this Indian cricket team has thrown us a googly at Leicester, Grace Road, by making him open, by playing him at number 5 and scoring 70.
The thing is, they've thrown us one too many googlies.
Yes.
Rohit is not batting. KS Bharat, who's got no chance of playing.
One of our family members has actually made a thing about Rohit. Shubham was saying Rohit will bat from opposite team. He will open tomorrow.
Possible.
Possible.
Now that you have sent Cheteshwar Pujara to come here.
Exactly. That might probably happen.
Yeah. Could happen. I hope it does.
Yeah.
Because I would, if Rohit is definitely opening, and so he has to bat against the new ball. And the more time he spends on the crease, the better it is.
Yeah. My only thing
is. So Shubham, I just hope what you're saying is true. He opens for the opposition. So this is another thing. You are moving and changing teams in the middle of the match. So it's like, okay, tomorrow Hannah, you play for this team and I'll open for this team.
ST Red and ST Blue have got much more stability than this current Indian.
ST Red Blue doesn't change team.
Exactly.
What is your 4th burning question?
The 4th burning question: are India taking the Ireland series too lightly? This question was posed before Hardik Pandya's press conference.
No, they're not.
It's absolutely clear.
One word answer. What did Hardik Pandya say?
No.
Best 11 is going to play. He made it clear.
The strongest 11.
The strongest 11, and the strongest 11 we made yesterday. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. So not too many changes. All fans of actually 2 players will come for Pant and Shreyas Iyer. So between Tripathi, Sanju Samson, Who else?
Deepak
Hooda, Venkatesh Iyer.
Those 4 batters.
So out of 4, 2 are going to come in.
Yes.
Huh?
Sky is your number 3 anyways.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So Sky will come in. So now 4 left for 1 spot.
Yes. Oh, best of luck for that. But I think Hooda is much more in the reckoning.
I think so too. I think that will be your 11. We made it yesterday.
Again, Rahul Tripathi very unlucky, but where is the spot? There is so much depth and there is too much of Deepak Hooda did no wrong. He's banging down of a selection at this point in time. Sanju, then that means you may have to alter your middle order totally then. Sanju at 3, Sky at 4, Hooda at 6, Pandya at 5, DK 7.
Yeah, I think you could do that. Remember, pointed out earlier, Hooda can be the finisher, so he may bat there.
Yeah.
And because you're going to play 1 spinner, most likely.
Yes.
So Hooda can do the job for the second spinner.
Yuzi Chahal and Deepak Hooda, they have not had an off spinner for a pretty long time.
They may not maybe use 1 or 2 overs of that spinner, the second spinner.
Yep.
And then maybe Hardik fills in for the 5th bowler, 1 from Hooda, whatever. You can see. Rahul Vasudev sends us some Australian dollars. He says, we should not read too much into this game. Rohit might have some discomfort and they didn't want to risk him before the big game. Pujara and Vihari in his 11. That means Rahul has dropped Shreyas.
Yes.
Rahul, I am ready to put a bet with you. I think Shreyas will play. That's my...
At number 5.
He will play at number 5. The decision that they will take will be between Pujara and Vihari at number 3.
I think
anyone, they could go with anyone. There wouldn't be any wrong decision. But I think it's a...
Pujara looks to be much more in the front inning because England conditions, he did well in the previous year. It's not that he set the stage on fire, but he had some very crucial knocks. Lords, he had that partnership.
But he was dropped from the team, sir.
I know.
You dropped him before the Sri Lanka series.
Yep.
You got Vihari.
Yeah.
Vihari had an okay series. He's not droppable type of series. He didn't have a droppable. But now you're dropping him.
Yeah.
All the best.
What's happening in the 2019 white ball thing is happening in the 2021 test team.
Okay. Let's take a few questions. Somebody said, I think Shubham is right that Rohit might open.
Yeah.
Quite possible.
Quite possible.
Yep. Just stop somewhere. Mridul Krishna is saying Rohit getting out on a pull shot is becoming quite regular in test cricket. Thoughts? Very good question. He has gotten out playing the pull shot. I know it's his go-to shot.
Yeah.
And he does fairly well with that in white ball cricket. But you're right, Mridul. I've seen teams have figured out that, he's not afraid to pull. So they will bowl him a short pitch delivery. They know, like say someone who's weak against short pitch bowling, you bowl the short pitch and then you know that you will either beat him for pace or take a top edge and then he gets out, or he's pretty late on the shot and the ball stands up and is caught within the infield. In Rohit, the strategy is different. They know he can play it well.
Yeah.
He seldom gets beaten for pace. He'll play it very well. But then they've got that deep fine leg waiting for him there, or deep square leg waiting for him. So those two fielders are there and he gets caught there quite often in test cricket. You're right. It's happened a few times, I can remember.
I think in Australia it happened. Sydney, I think it happened.
So maybe he needs to curb that. I know. See, that may be the problem. I'm just trying to think. The last few years he's been the most improved test batter and his test batting has looked really good.
Yep.
He surprised a lot of people, including myself. I thought that he was a white ball great, but test he left a lot to be desired. But last few years, and in fact there's a school of thought that says because he worked so much on his test batting and he's become better, he may have compromised a bit on his attacking white ball cricket, and that's why his white ball numbers kind of slightly tapered off because of his test success.
Correct.
But then that's a give and take you take because of 2 formats. But having said that if he's doing so well in test and if he's going to continue batting like that, maybe curb that white ball instinct of going for the pull. At least see how the game is. If there are no fielders there,
I would just say if it pays off, continue with the one strength that you've got.
No, but you get out. Test cricket is not about, see again,
ego. It's not about ego. You have to go down on the conditions.
Sachin Tendulkar would curtail his ego. He had all the shots in the book. He had all the shots. Even in the leg side are all the shots. But he would know that some days you had to. So,
that 2003-4 series Australia classic. He had to curb the cover drive because he was getting out to that, and it did look ugly, but man, it was effective.
Yep.
it was effective. But again, short bowling, what do the Sena countries do when it comes to intimidating Indian players? Short, right? Very rarely a swing, because you produce green tops, it backfires because India's bowling is so great.
Yeah.
Now, how do you ensure that one hold that you got, that short ball, how do you break that? Play it all over the park.
Yeah,
Once or twice you may get out. But if it comes off 7-8 times, if it comes off for a 6 or a 4, why not? I would still say go for it, but don't, if you get a 6, next ball also don't attempt a 6.
Well, he does that sometimes.
That is, then curbing ego is important.
Yeah.
Game situations, not the
No,
shot.
as a surprise weapon, it works. Surprise weapon. Just as the bowler surprises you with a short one, you doing a good pull or a hook, which Rohit can, by the way.
Exactly.
So, then great. But if they know that you're going to play with it, you keep bowling there and he'll keep doing it. And so, as a bowler, I wouldn't mind getting whacked for 1-6, 2-6.
Yep.
But if you give me the catch in the third one, I'd be happy.
Exactly.
I'll take it. In a test match, I'll take it.
See, who are the bowlers in the England camp who are going to trouble Rohit with the short ball? Broad to a certain extent. With the pace, I'm saying Anderson will be full in that channel.
Yeah.
Maybe Potts, but Potts doesn't have the pace. I have seen him. He's the typical 83, 82 miles per hour, just around that channel outside off. Maybe if they pick Jamie Overton, because he's got the height, he might do it. So that will
He was injured or COVID or something.
You're talking about Craig Overton.
Oh, two brothers now. Yes.
Identical twins.
Correct.
Jamie Overton, and he was out for
confused.
97 today.
Yes.
And he's intimidated the Kiwis with his pace and bounce. So that will be interesting. So Rohit needs to curb his ego and match situation. Don't go every time for the pull shot for a 6. Maybe.
I hope he continues his form in Test cricket, which has been outstanding the last 2 years. Akash Bharda says, do you see Prasidh Krishna in the Test match? He's bowling well, but I don't see him make the 11.
You've got
Shami Bumrah.
Siraj.
So I'll tell you, Shami Bumrah and there will be Shardul. I think because of his batting, you're taking him.
But
so now one left slot. And that's
why not
between,
Siraj?
I think I'll go with Siraj. The fight is between Siraj and Umesh.
But the problem in this Indian team, and it's often been pointed out, there is no one who can probably control the flow of runs.
Unless you go with Siraj and Umesh and keep Shardul out.
But then batting till number 7 you got
But
batting.
you go with 7 then. I don't know. That's another way you can go. But Prasidh, the question is Prasidh, I think he's going to find it very tough.
I think he's too raw in the current situation.
So Prasidh sits out and another fast bowler between Umesh, Shardul and Siraj. One of them will.
My bowling lineup could be, I think Jadeja is only going to be a spinner. Then Siraj, Shardul, Shami Bumrah. Because Edgbaston, 4 paces you will have to play. That's the kind of wicket.
Himanshu Mahajan is saying maybe KS Bharat will play in place of Gill. Could that happen?
Shubman, opener. Well, he can. He has proven himself as an opener in first class cricket.
But would you, I mean, you're looking at
that's a big risk.
Yeah, you're looking at Shubman as a future prospect. He's coming off an injury.
I would just say, since he's played before in England, you persist with Shubman.
Even I would say that. Let's not get carried away with the practice match.
Yes, that's the thing. Because see, this test match, India are not going to lose. They're definitely going to, but a 3-1 or a 2-1 scoreline is much better than a 2-2 scoreline. And remember, this test win or a draw is important for India because they are 3rd in the World Test Championship cycle. Every win is important for them. Because who's the team that has spoiled their party? It is South Africa.
Yes.
They have spoiled the party.
Yep. Go down, bottom. '28th and again incoming loading words I can see. It'll start again once the test match starts.
I know.
Pradeep is pointing out how good knock by Broad and Bairstow today.
Yep.
England are in form. That's true, Pradeep. Forget us. Dravid has said that. This is not the same
56 for 6. And what a partnership between Overton and Bairstow. 250 runs. Brilliant.
Midul Krishna says, will India go in with Jadeja or Ashwin? Jadeja scored 107 in the last series and Ashwin with the ball is a master. True, it's a tough call, but going by what happened in the last series and what has usually been happening, if that's one spinner,
it's Jaddu.
Though the captain has changed.
Yeah.
And the coach has changed.
And Ashwin's got
Does the thinking change?
Ashwin's got a good record in Edgbaston.
Yes.
But since he's been impacted by COVID and he's not played in the warm-up game, I think that diminishes his chances a lot more. Unfortunately. Because Ashwin is no longer your subcontinent bowler. He has performed even in the Sena countries.
And I think India just somehow has also been looking at cushion in batting.
Yeah.
In Test cricket also. And not to say that Ashwin is a mug with a bat, but between Jadeja and Ashwin, the better batter, there's no debate about that.
I think it is just the left-handed factor.
No, also, is there a comparison in terms of batting? I think Jadeja is a far better batsman.
Ashwin's got average-wise Jadeja is better, but Ashwin's got 5 tons. Jadeja's got 2.
But West Indies at home.
England at home.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying.
See, against Sri Lanka 175. With this, sorry, Sri Lankan bowling attack, but this Sri Lankan bowling attack is not going to run through oppositions like how Murli and Herat did.
No, there's no, I'm not even looking at stats. You know who's a better batsman. There's no doubt that Jadeja is the better
batsman. So, Jadeja, Shardul.
Yes. Triple hundreds. Yeah, first class. First class. Yes, he does. No, I mean, again, I'm not, forget numbers. I'm saying the fact that he just the way, they bat or their impact. Who's a better batsman?
That's true.
Okay. Oh, Saurabh Gupta says, why you guys always defend Rohit, Virat, Pant? Journalists have to criticize the player who is not doing best. I don't think they... Saurabh, I'll tell you one thing. It's nice to hear from you saying that we defend them. There are a lot of people who point out that we are, especially Rohitians and Viratians, who come and say that we are very biased against them. And we criticize them unusually. So I don't know what we are doing more.
We do PR work for players.
Paid to we are. Everyone is.
We are all paid. Yeah, you heard
Nobody works for free.
I know.
No, but the point is that again, honestly telling you, and Siddharth can speak for himself, and I'm speaking for myself, that I don't think that we come here with an idea on a day that today I'm going to defend Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli or this or that. No. You see a player, and based on what you see and his performances for an extended amount of time, you pass a comment.
Correct.
And again, as I said, those comments also I don't want to change after every match. So every 2 matches don't make a player great. Every 2 bad performances also don't bring them down. To see it in totality, and that I think is a mature way of looking cricket. That's what we try. We can't please everyone. So no matter what you say, there are 50% of you who think that we are doing PR, or 50% of you think that we are unnecessarily criticizing. You can't make people happy. So the best way, at least this is how I approach it, is best way is to be just honest to what you see and comment like that.
Yep. Nothing more to.
Nobody pays us, whether it's the player, and no PR agency pays us, no player pays us to either praise one player or criticize the other. Nobody. The only person who pays us is the company that we work for, and they never ask us to make one player a hero and the other a zero. We have complete editorial freedom, and you can ask them, do I ever tell them to what should they say, or anyone who comes that no, so that today you will have to criticize Pant or you will praise. No, everyone decides what they have to say. And that's why we...
In the words of MS Dhoni, nothing more to add.
Any more questions? We can go down, take a few more questions. Madhurs, what is this? Can you please explain us about Ranji rules, because this is confusing me. Match is going on for a draw and all the experts are saying that MP, just go down a bit.
MP will win.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Madhur, that's a very easy rule. Basically, because a lot of games are draw in 4-day matches and it happens a lot on Indian conditions, so the rule is whoever then gets the first inning lead, then they are declared winners. So because MP got a first inning lead over Mumbai, they would be declared the winners. Unless Mumbai can set a target by some miraculous way now, it will be because tomorrow is the last day, so about 70-80 run target. First they have to go past the deficit, then 70-80 and bowl them out in one session, some miraculous thing like that, then they can win. Otherwise, no chance.
No chance. Yeah. Already in many Wikipedia pages declared MP are the winners. But with 1 day to go, remember, I'm still not counting and celebrating it, because
on counting your chicken before
they hatch. Okay. Because 1998-99, similar situation. Chandrakant Pandit was leading Madhya Pradesh at that time. They had taken a lead against Karnataka, same venue, 1 run out, 1 collapse. Karnataka won.
But I think they would have got slightly more time to finish.
Yeah, they had taken a 25 run lead.
Yeah.
They had set a target of 200. One session they collapsed.
One day to first take a lead and then bowl them out. Highly unlikely, but funnier things have happened.
Yeah, and because one Karnataka guy made it into the Indian team based on that, Vijay Bharadwaj.
Oh yes, became man of the series one series in Australia, was it?
No, I think it was.
It was at home.
One tri-series, South
Tri-series.
Africa, Kenya,
Correct, absolutely. With his off spin and batting and whatever.
The bespectacled Vijay Bharadwaj.
Yes. Angad Kapoor has a question. What is? Why don't you take it?
Okay, Angad Kapoor is saying maybe Bharat opens, Gill plays at number 5 in place of Iyer. If given a choice to me, I will play Jaddu and Ashwin. And few months back I had asked, where is Rex?
Rex Singh, remember that? We have still not done that. Yeah, come on. Angad, you're right that you have pointed out, and it's just too much work happening. We've slipped out of our mind.
Rex Singh, that left arm pacer.
Yes. We are going to do it. Angad, thanks for pointing it out. We'll find out Rex for you. For all you know, we'll invite him on Sports Today.
Yes.
But good point on that. Okay, on your question on Gill batting lower down the order, I don't think so.
No.
Though I remember I did an interview with Shubman just before this IPL started, and I asked him this question in particular, that would you, because at that time, you know, he was just coming back from injury into Test cricket. There were talks that he may bat at number 3 because you're still looking at number 3. I asked him, would you be okay to bat in the middle order to find a permanent spot in the Indian team?
Yep.
And he said, yeah. To be in the Indian, because KL and Rohit opening, he knew that there was no chance. He says, I'm ready to bat in the middle order just to be part of the Indian team.
Exactly.
Going forward, he could be that guy you're looking at number 3.
Yeah, because this is also Pujara's last chance.
Beyond Pujara, Vihari type of situation.
Yes.
But at the moment, I doubt he's going to come there. Again, I've stuck my neck out and I've said that Shreyas will play this match. That's just my gut. And to play Jaddu and Ashwin?
No, not for Edgbaston. It's not going to be a rank turner from day one.
Yeah.
You'll play 4 pacers and a spinner. That's about it. In an ODI, you'll play 2 spinners because the nature of the pitch in ODI cricket in England is totally different. ODI and T20 is. But for a test match, I'm sorry.
I agree. And even if, by the way, we said that Jadeja is ahead, but assuming, let's say, Ashwin is fully fit and is available, even if he used to play, I wouldn't find that a surprising choice. And I think that'd be a good choice too. If you went with a Ashwin rather than a Jadeja, because you think that I think, again, as I said, Jadeja the better batsman compared to Ashwin, but I think Ashwin the better spinner for sure.
Spinner.
So
and you remember the last time you played 2 spinners in England, Lords, what happened?
Yeah. Don't remind Indian fans about the World Test Championship final, please.
No. 2018 Lords. Before the World Test
that also. But even World Test
Ashwin.
Championship, don't remind what we announced the team well in advance and refused to.
I was wondering why Southampton, why June?
Refused to change from that.
I know. Akash Bharadwaj Singh.
What? England's approach? Coach of I think
both.
A bit both. Brendan McCullum
and Stokes.
Yeah. Could be both. It could be a bit of both. Mridul is asking, in future will we see 2 coaches like England for India? India has been very reluctant to do that. Forget about 2 coaches, even 2 captains have been very
captains, like Dhoni said, it never works in India.
Doesn't.
But I'm still not able to figure out why it does not work in India. Too much of
I'll tell you why.
Scenes.
No, what happens is, I'll tell you why. Because each captain brings about his style of play, how he has to manage, how he manages players, and also you see a lot of overlapping between. So I think that chain of command, knowing exactly that this is the leader, this is the approach, I think works better in our system. Also, you've got like 5 selectors. So if you had because you try to play player from here or that area, then one captain says, it'll be a lot of jugaad, as in saying, you can't fit my person's zone in Test team, fit him in the white ball team, and one captain may agree over the other.
Correct.
I think the continuity is an issue. We're just too large a country, and all of that comes in. So I think it's the whole setup.
We've never had split captaincy, right?
No, we've had in times when they've not been playing.
Yeah, so like for example, if Virat rested, Rohit would captain.
No, I'm saying like in the sense, there was a time where Kumble was the Test captain and then you had Dhoni at the white ball. But that's only after, or in the situation that the captain before, like Rahul Dravid had left and so you got him. And in white ball, you made Dhoni the captain. But then it was always understood that he will take over Test
Correct.
captaincy once the senior is
Correct.
gone.
Correct.
And then he did. And then it's same thing happened with Virat.
Virat, yep.
So, but in Virat, the format changed because Dhoni gave up Test first.
Yeah.
So Virat comes in.
Yes.
So it has happened, but eventually the aim is to have the same guy.
Correct.
Until such time there's a more senior captain in the team.
Yep,
So,
indeed.
Arsalan has a question.
If only this English team had come up much earlier.
First read the question.
Arsalan Khan is saying English team is looking totally different, amazing. If this team had just come up 5 months before, the World Test Championship cycle would have been so interesting.
Yeah.
Root 4-0 Ashes, you lost in the West Indies.
Yes, 1-0 in West Indies, correct.
But why this English team?
And then he lost his captaincy.
Yeah, and why is this English team so intimidating now? That Trent Bridge match, not many people would have seen the blitz. 9 overs, 102 runs in a Test match. Stokes and Bairstow went absolutely
It's like the Gaba type.
Yeah. See, Gaba was dramatic because we didn't know that the pendulum where it would go. Whether one ball would be on top, one ball
came
would
and
be on
then
top.
changed that session. So
He would have almost changed the Sydney Test had he not gone out.
yeah.
But in Gaba, one ball, maybe we are on top. Second ball, Australia on top. That was the tension that was there. Here, we knew England
that
were
was
going for it.
till almost the end. Even when Washington got out, even then you were like nervous, not too many runs to get.
We were nervous until Pant did not hit that boundary too long off of Hazelwood. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they are looking good.
And they got 1 test, New Zealand, 1 India, now 3
But
against
I'm
South Africa.
telling you that because India had a great first half of the series, and that's why we kind of forgotten how they made a comeback and played really well. But I'm saying if they were to win this Test match against this in-form English team, and India to win it, this will be right up there.
Right up there, yep.
In terms of
and
Test
you have again broken the jinx at a venue where you have not had great success. Edgbaston, Test match cricket in particular.
Yep. So is England country have Anderson and Broad like quality bowling attack? If no, there is Pujara's. Is Pujara's selection justified? Good question. I mean, you've got him based on county performances. Again, there was 2 schools of thought. I'm okay if he comes on as a backup, but if he was to make the 11, I would rather still go with the 11 that played the last series. That was Sri Lanka. So that was the thing. What is Sridhar Savaikar saying? Just go down a bit, please, Shivam, and then we can. No. From there. Yeah. He says, I believe Virat has been over defensive in Test recently, looking to spend time, gets completely set, then scores and not using scoring opportunities. His strike rate has dropped to 40s from 55 to 60s.
In Test match, I think strike rate should not be.
It's not an issue, but again, it coincides with your form. If you're in great form, obviously the strike rate will be good. If you're not in good form, the strike rate will drop. But today's strike rate was looking very good.
Yeah.
I hope he brings that.
But again, that he has to switch it on the Test match. Simple. Because why Edgbaston? Why is it so important? And Kohli's on 45 of 60.
Yeah.
That means 75 strike rate, almost close to.
Yeah. Talk about strike rate.
Yeah. And why is Edgbaston more important? You remember in 2018, he had come to England on the back of a disastrous 2014 where he managed 134.
Yeah.
It was in that venue.
And turned it around.
149 of the best. That was Kohli at his zenith.
Yep.
Tackling Anderson. And if he does it now,
Whoa.
why not? That would put egg on a lot of faces in which they are criticizing Kohli. I mean, he's a mortal here. He gave us 7 sustained years of brilliance in all 3 formats.
True, but he's had a extended run of not being in great form. So I just as you and I who would want to see him perform, I think he himself would be quite anxious and eager to get back into scoring.
Absolutely. I mean, a fully fit and total flow Virat Kohli. The greatest sight on this earth.
Oh yeah, true. At the moment, there were many other batsmen.
Yeah, in this era.
Yeah.
In this era.
Even Rohit actually, when in good flow, it was also fun to watch.
What an intimidating batsman to bowl to.
Yeah, true.
Rohit.
All right, on that note, shall we wind up? Thanks so much for your company.
Yes.
We'll be coming your way tomorrow. The game starts at 9 p.m. So our pre-show will come up at 8:15. 45 minutes before.
And you guys have to be really patient for Sunday and Tuesday because it's rain. 60 to 90% at Malahide.
Yeah, what can you say about
The English
weather?
Oh God, why you have to play in June and July? Play in
no.
August. That's the best time.
BCCI has many more commitments, you see.
Yeah.
They have to play Ireland and
West
West Indies is
Indies.
waiting. West Indies is waiting. You come and play there, and then their whole budget for the year goes, you know,
Then they have to play
in
the
the green
green. Yeah,
after
exactly.
India plays there. So
Yep.
yeah, don't take their livelihood away.
I know. Timings.
And
Timings.
we have to look after.
timings.
Indian cricket has to look after a lot of other.
So many nations,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So be nice.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, Angad Kapoor has one more. Should we take that?
Yes.
Angad Kapoor is stating, I think in the WTC that was the most balanced 11. It is just that our batting did not click and moreover we lost the toss. I would have loved Bhuvaneshwar Kumar here. Play him in the warm-up and then test match. Sure, he could last one test match.
For those conditions, you didn't pick the best 11.
Yeah, you didn't.
I disagree with that.
Yep.
And you didn't have to announce your 11 a day before the match as well.
I know. And you collapsed. As always, Sena countries, when you collapse, that too not once but twice, you will suffer.
Yep.
Happened on day 6. Luckily, the ICC had a day 6. They had burnt their fingers very badly in 2013.
Yes. Yep.
That Champions Trophy fiasco. So, that's it, Angad.
Vanakkam, see.
Yeah, vanakkam.
Vanakkam time. Okay.
Yep.
See you tomorrow. 8:15. Building up. An interesting video coming up on Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli.
What is? He stood up for a teammate. Juicy details.
He's a global envoy. Stands up for everybody. Stood up for Steve Smith at the Oval.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Virat.
Bye bye.
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam. See you.
Yep.